Yo.
How's it going, sir?
It's yo.
Hey,
Yo.
we're not doing the workout actually, we're just here to hang out.
Sweet moral support. All right.
Yeah. Doc's at work today, which is strange, so I'll text Charlie. Oh, wow.
There's Charlie.
I can read mine. Morning.
Charlie!
All right. So you got a wall to work with there, buddy?
Yeah,
Sweet.
I could either use the garage door or the pole. I tested them both out.
Oh my God.
Both of those seem a little unstable. I just want to go on record and saying that.
I'm going to go with the pole.
The pole won't
It's a nice
fall
challenge.
over. You won't break the pole, but, just keeping traction on said pole.
There's a higher probability for a laughing groiner, though.
What's up, Phil?
What's up?
Hi, my name's Charlie.
One of my most distinct memories of parenthood is when Ian learned that lesson. We were at the playground. He's like, "I was swinging on a pole." Boom.
Yep.
That's
I could not stop laughing. Other parents were like, "You are such a piece of shit. Your child's crying." It was the funniest thing I've ever experienced.
A groiner's a groiner, man.
It's life, You hear the noise of chainsaws in the background. My land is getting leveled today.
Oh, yeah? Taking out the rest of those trees in the back?
Yeah, I'm very excited.
It's gonna rain tonight.
It also means we had to move the rig this morning, though, so the truck.
Okay.
Gotta do it this morning.
No, he's got a company there doing it now. What's up there, Mr. System 2? Oh, it's Phil now. Hey.
What up? What's going on?
Chilling, brother. How you doing?
Not bad. What's a groiner?
A shot to the crotch.
Yeah.
Before you came in, we were talking about Charlie's options for doing wall walks, and he said he tested out the garage door and the pole, and I have a very good feeling that after a few rounds of walking his feet up, at some point, that's going to happen.
Yeah. Okay.
That's my vote. I want a good laugh, like when he fell into the toilet paper pile.
I didn't hear about that either.
All you see is him handstand walking. One direction, goes back the other way, goes off screen. Come on, boom, boom, boom.
Hey, you can always handstand walk in its place for that. All right, folks, we're past the straggler minute. So, what do we got? Wall walks. You think I know I wrote this? Mountain climbers and something else. For today, the mindset. The comeback is always stronger than the setback. Boom. You can always bounce back quite a bit better. Like Vince Lombardi said, it's not whether or not you fall down, it's whether or not you get back up. And for the warm-up today, 3 times through, 10 lunges to high kicks, which as a warm-up, not only do I love this, but if you notice, on some of the programming later on in the week, I put in a variant of it. I just think it's fantastic for warm-ups because it hits a lot of different things. 10 push-ups, 5 and 5 on the press. Now, I say I really love the lunge to high kick. Meanwhile, I'm extremely bad at it. But what it is that you're lunging down here, and then with impeccable balance, kicking up high and pulling this guy in, switching to the other side, lunging, bringing this guy up, right? Push-up is push-up. Make sure that we're doing full range of motion. We don't have to race through this thing and do them in 7 seconds. I would much rather see, especially on a warm-up, the nice healthy range of motion. Chest to deck, chest up high, right? A lot of handstand push-ups were the best yesterday. That just hurt a lot. And then 5 and 5 on the press. Same rule applies as far as your speediness of the whole thing. Do not Charlie this warm-up from here up overhead. Nice healthy positioning in all cases. Cool? So
Yes, Charlie, you are now a verb.
Yeah.
We now have don't Bill this workout, don't Charlie this workout.
Hey, you can say don't Gillespie this workout, and it could mean like 7 different things.
Yeah, that's like the F-bomb. It's very versatile.
Yep. I've had so many bad habits assigned to my name, so All right, fellas. So like I say, I don't want to race through this thing, so I'm going to give you 9 minutes, even though it's only 30 reps per round. But that is 3 times through, 10 lunge to the high kick, nice and slow, 10 push-ups, 5 and 5, which equals 10 plus. Makes that very easy to remember.
Look at you, go.
All righty. Count it down. Go ahead and dive in when ready.
Challenging.
Where my dumbbell at?
Charlie, switch feet from the standing position. So put your foot down, step back into the lunge, bring that knee up. Foot down in the middle, step back with the other leg. Step back with the other leg. There you go. Yep. This way you're getting that eccentric on the way down, so that explosive on the way up.
Yeah, that's the thing is that this, as a movement, it's explosion on the way up, it's balance on the way up, it's getting flexibility into a lunge. So I like it and hate it at the same time.
The less you go workout should be like
I have one later in the week where we squat and then quad stretch.
full less eating over.
Yes.
Oh, look at you, What are you doing? Just the barbell or foot or
I'm not doing it. I'm close to that.
not doing it?
That's bad.
Friday.
Right.
Monday, Wednesday, Saturday? Tomorrow's a good workout. I was going. Oh.
There you go, Charlie. Nice and slow, nice and slow.
Everything you do still is trying to keep this slightly openness.
Charlie, all jokes aside, I think just as an athlete on a lot of these warm-up things, you going at like a snail's pace on some of these squats and these lunges to high kicks and things like that would do you well. You're very explosive. You're not very hold positioning. If that makes any sense. In your lower half. I'm kind of the same way. I feel like really slowing down in that having to keep the balance up, and I think tempo work would do a lot for your power. I think you remind me of Andy a lot. That you can like pop out of the hole a lot of times, and obviously you can walk on your hands and do back too. But when it comes to having to like hold the bottom of a squat with 300 pounds on your back, it's where it gets a little chancy for you. Nice work, fellas. We are going to count down the other 2 minutes. Just one, if anybody's watching this video later, two, I don't know where Ryder and Jen are as far as the warm-up's concerned. But if you're done early, it'd be a great opportunity for those sips of water. If you need to hit a bathroom, anything of the sort. If you have a mobility band, go ahead and grab it. I'm gonna need this stretch today. Tight. And that is warm-up cap right there. So for mobility today, you're going to do what's actually called the Olympic wall sit, but we all have come to passionately know it as giving birth to the wall. So if you have a mobility band, now would definitely be the time to grab one. Find your spot on a wall and get your butt extremely close to it as we get into a squat up the wall. Finding this position right here. If you, whether you have a band or not, it is important that you get these feet kind of down toward the earth, down toward your butt, especially without a band, just because we want to make sure that we're building a little bit of tension in those hips and kind of getting into that hip pocket a little bit. But after we find our position, go right foot over left knee. This will raise your hips off the ground. Make sure that you stay in that kind of pigeon-esque straight line with your leg. Don't let that knee buckle down into your chest. And push down into the ground. Again, you will not win the fight. If your hips touch the ground, you're too far from the wall. I like to do this for 5 counts. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then relax, and then push again. Again, you can see I've got my right hand here kind of anchored on my knee so that it stays nice and perpendicular to my body. And give me one last really big push. Really try to test those hips down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and foot back to the wall. Give it about a 10-second rest. And switch sides. Very tight. logic applies. Push down in big sets, big pushes. Keeping that knee away. And give me one more big one. And relax. I like to kick my legs up the wall for a second afterwards, let that tension kind of release. Sometimes I also like to come across, get a little bit of a lower back pop. But, you know, for the old man. Ooh. All right. So, for the main event today, we've got 4 rounds, 30 mountain climbers, 20 alternating weighted step-ups, and 5 wall walks. Going to start with the wall walks since I'm right on the wall anyway, but we want to go into a push-up position, kick up the wall, and walk toward the wall. Make sure as we want to get as close as we possibly can, but we don't want to arch this out, right? We don't want to push that head through as much as be in a nice, pretty handstand position where my head is in between my thumbs and I get as close as humanly possible. Just like that. So to kind of give you a better angle, what I don't ever want to do on a wall walk is go walk in and go, I have a target, and do this thing. We do want to get close, but we want to get close with a relative hollow, right? So to make sure that we maintain that midsection. If you don't have a wall you can necessarily kick up to, Charlie, I know you're thinking pole. That scares me. Your choice, man. But number one, you can do double the reps on stink bugs. So you can do 10 stink bugs, nice and high and piked up here, head between your thumbs, and press out. Only then you're going to do 10 as a substitute. Charlie, if you want to do some handstand walking, if you want to do like, say, 15 or 20 steps, again, if that's what safety calls. There's not as much of a strength dynamic in walking, believe it or not. So if you do have the wall walk capability, do it, because that's kind of what this is designed to do. But again, if from safety, you're going to have to find an alternative anyway. I think it would be stupid for you to necessarily go to stink bugs, because you can just go to walks. And really, wall walks, while they are strength oriented, are a building block of a handstand walk. That's probably their best usage. The step ups. Whatever we have to step up with, and we're going to grab our weight. There is no requirement as to how we hold our weight. It can go here. It can go at our side. It can go on a side. It can go behind our neck. This is how they did it in the open. This made the most amount of sense. The only kicker being is that you can't just let that guy float. You got to keep your hands on it if it's there. And then you're just stepping up, alternating feet that lead on each rep. Standing up tall. The one kind of point of performance that I like to give is that one of the problems that people have with this, I'm 5'6", so like I have massive issues with these when step ups come. But a lot of things that kind of hurt us is that we step up and we find ourselves very much behind the root of where center of gravity needs to be, right? Like I need to push from here to get my body to move. So if I keep the weight lean back here, I can't step up there, right? So the first thing that I'll do when these step-ups come, and well, actually, the first thing you do is curse a lot. Second thing I'll do is start practicing pulling forward with that weight so that now the dumbbell, which is right about here, is over my center of foot, and then stepping up. And especially over reps, I can tell you, you don't want to come down so far. I'm just trying to give you the visual. But if I'm here as opposed to here, this is going to move load a whole lot better, right? Hopefully that makes some sense. I'll give you the other view of it as well. Again, I'm not necessarily flopping over, but I am kind of giving it a lean before stepping up, getting to my midfoot. Most efficient way to move weight, no matter what the movement is. And finally, Mountain climbers. What's up, Teresa?
Hi.
Mountain climbers will be just as simple. 1 rep, 2 reps, 3 reps.
Wahaha.
Sweet. So, let me rebuild my wall here. See if I can figure it out. I am not usually this stupid. What's the matter? No, I can get my clock. I'm all the right way. All right, so to review the flow of the workout today, we're going 4 rounds, 30 mountain climbers. That's 30 each leg, 20 alternating step-ups. That's only 10 each leg, and 5 wall walks. Woo! There we go. And we figured out how nails work.
It's 60 mountain climbers all together, though, right? Like,
Yeah, it'll be right, left 1, right, left 2, right, left 3.
okay.
But the alternating step-ups, that's just 20 in total. And we will go game time in about a minute. Jen doing some strict press over there. All right, gentlemen. So we are starting with the mountain climbers. Assume the positions. Charlie, don't die. And we are counting down from 10.
Have fun.
Oh, hold on. Time out. Sorry. I didn't give enough clock there. I was about to only give you 9 minutes. For real this time, count down from 10. I was giving you the warm-up clock, which Charlie will do it 3 times in that time, but 3,
Fun.
2, 1, go! Glad I caught that. That would have been embarrassing. Got the PM coach creeping my class. I screw up real big. There you go, Charlie. Teresa, you doing PM tonight? Good talk, Teresa. Nice to see you.
What? What'd you say?
Are you doing PM tonight?
I'm doing the nitro class at 6, but Nick is coaching the PM, the 7 p.m. Yeah. Sorry. I have like this Roomba vacuum that rolls around my house, and it's the loudest thing. Like, it's not graceful at all, so I can never hear anything.
Charlie is walking on the pole. Don't lose midline. Good adjustment. Old Turkish getup. All right. Generally on those wall walks, you need to come down back into a push-up position, lie down on the ground. With the fact that you're dangling on a pole, just keep doing what you're doing because you're getting the important side of the work in. But just if we ever do it in class, we're going to throw a penalty flag at you. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. I don't know if that was a recovery or if you were just showing off right there. Looking good, guys. Looking good. Keep up the hard work. Uh-oh, we lost the Phil.
Yay, Charlie. Woo!
Oh!
Ow, ow!
Those mountain climbers are really kind of crappy on the shoulders when you also got to do this other stuff. Home stretch, Charlie. Come on now. Welcome back, Phil. You already done? Nice. There you go, Charlie. That ball game shot up. Yep, still got a couple more.
Nice job, Charlie.
Looking good, looking good. Looking good, yet also looking like he wants to punch me in the face. I love all the style points he goes for at the end of those sets. I'm going to allow this to tick down for about another minute 10. I'm going to get to the round number 15. And we'll talk about a little cool down. And 35 cap. Five, four, three, two, one. Ball game. All righty. So, again, commitments to cool down here, fellas. I would imagine that something in midsection slash hip pointers are going to be the main focus of a cool down today. We've done a lot of couch. We've done a lot of upward dog. Today, I'm going to recommend some bird dogging. So we get onto all fours here, and we point. You can't see me, so that's really not doing a whole lot of good. And just 10 each side. From here, point that toe far back. This is my left leg and my right arm, like that. And then alternating just there. And going through 10 on each side. Nice chance to kind of wind down the stress that you're putting on that midsection and on those hip flexors. I don't remember who the dude was, but I read something about how like bird dogs, dead bugs, that they're really good cool down exercises as well. Reese, I learned something new yesterday.
What did you learn?
Butterfly chest to bars. 7 years, finally figured it out.
Butterfly chest bars?
Finally figured it out. It's gonna be a game changer for me.
Dude, I went to the gym the other day and like wrote a little workout for myself with like kipping pull-ups in it just so I could get a few in. And I was like struggling for some reason. So funny. I think I literally like the pull-ups weren't the problem. I think I just need to reestablish all of like the bloody rips on my hands
Yeah.
so that I can hold things again.
I look like a stigmatic again. It's been a long time since I had one of those.
Ooh, that doesn't seem pleasant.
And it was a 12-pound workout, and it happened on round 11. And I literally just ripped the remaining skin. It was like, I'm not stopping.
It's too close. I've made it this far.
Yup. And then my brother came over later in the day, and I'm like, hey, check this out. Did more.
I'm jealous.
Sweet. That's all right. That's the highlight of my week. All right. Solid jobs all around, guys. Good to see you. So hopefully we'll see you again tomorrow. And yeah, give me a count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Later, everyone.
Peace.
Bye.